In this episode I'm gonna show you some of the progress and the front windows, the prototype I have here. I'm not even sure if I'm gonna stay with it. I've been so blessed with such beautiful weather at least the last week, and because of that I made a huge progress. It's always interesting to know how much things cost, and if you're not used to being in the yachting world, the price lists can sometimes blow your mind up. And one of my patrons sent me actually the cost for the option of Hardtop on Bavaria, and I'm gonna share this with you. And to give you an impression from the real life and how bad it actually have been, I also made a short section in this video that's a little bit depressive, but it's the reality, and I want to share that with you as well. We have had extreme weather here, resulting in flooding with devastating consequences, and many people have lost their lives.
Feeling free to sail my life from rise to the setting sun. Free, that's what I wanna be.
As you can see, I'm almost done with the hardtop, or not everything but the roof. I was planning on doing quite a lot of things today, but unfortunately it's raining again. The first week after returning back to Bali, it has been totally crazy, as you will see in a few seconds. And my Ukrainian friends even had to delay their departure towards Thailand after we had our traditional toast for fair winds and following seas. Happy away, fair winds. And the next 48 hours they were still hanging on the mooring back there, as the weather reminded more about monsoon season than dry season. And little did we know how bad it was going to be. Man, this drives me nuts, but I really don't feel to complain. I mean, it's been raining so much, it's been actually flooding in Bali. Many people lost their lives, and 2 persons from my small community here are still missing.
I cry for my friends lost in the flood, for the oceans that carry their sorrow and blood. But in their eyes I see something true, the strength of the island, the spirit of you. Oh Bali, you stand in the storm, your smile still warm, your soul reborn. Through the floods, through the pain, you rise again, you rise again. Island of God, your faith is strong. In your heart, we all belong. From Yuba to Denpasar, the streets overflow. The waves are high, but your spirit gone. 2 friends lost, their names on the wind, but in this island, love will never end. I cry for the oceans, their deep endless sound, for the ones we lost, scattered.
Landslides, collapsing houses, bridges and road shoulders. Even collapsing dams that ironically results in no water in the tap. The small islands setting on where I'm hanging outside are still without water for their households after 2 weeks. So not only am I so lucky to live safely on my yacht with lots of water for my showers and dishwashing, even my delays and challenges are only luxury problems compared to many of the poor people in Bali. Okay. Hey! We got a fish! Well done. So I'm gonna go for some shopping. I need some polyester, and also I'm gonna see if my windows have arrived. All kind of stuff. That's one of many things I love with Bali. If they don't have it in the shelf, order things is fast and easy. When can I get the windows?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow!
Yeah.
Yay! It's epic! I'm also very lucky to have Serangan Yacht Service here. Always helpful and friendly, and help me to receive things on my behalf. Hello!
How are you?
Good. Bagus?
Yeah, good. Yes, what can I do for you?
Do you know if my windows have arrived?
Yes, it's over there.
Over here?
Yeah. Come here.
Because I said I was going to deliver it.
It's exactly what you ordered.
Perfect. Look at this. Maybe you can help me to cut them.
Sure. As long as you give us the measure,
Yeah.
the exact measure, then we can cut it.
Another day of rain. At least I'm dry under my hardtop, and decided to utilize the waiting time to make 2 prototypes for the windows in the front. This is probably not the way to do it, but it's how I do it. And if this works out, it will save me lots of time. And I use the same method for the U-shaped frames that will be fiberglassed in after cutting out the place for it. But then I would need some sunshine. This might work, but if I decide to stick with a window frame like this, I would need to make it perfect before making a mold based on this prototype. However, I have designed this with 2 potential solutions, and we will see what looks the best and also saving some time. So I have tested my solution, and because it's like this U-shape frame here, and also here it goes up and then it comes down. It actually, without even a gasket, it managed to keep the water out, even through the torrential raining that was just passing through here. And I even have changed the angle of my tender because the drainage can't keep up with the amount of water that comes down here. It's ridiculous. And just as a side note, it feels like my tender is falling apart. On my teak repair video, many of you recommended synthetic teak, but looking at how poor resistance this has towards the strong UV and extreme sunshine, I'm not that convinced. I'm gonna share some of the things I debate with myself, whether I'm gonna stick with this solution or an alternative solution. But the important thing is that I can open it. Is to get airflow through, and the idea is to have all 3 windows possible to open. I've left the original idea I discussed earlier, basically because the airflow was just not as good as expected. So that's why I'm making it possible to open all the windows for airflow. Frames like this will steal some of the visibility and also look a bit clumsy. The symmetry will not be as good visually, so I'm leaning more towards making the entire front screen more seamless for a modern look, meaning it will be a similar solution as the flush hatches, but so close to each other it looks like one piece. That's why I ordered thicker Lexan for the front than for the sides. I believe this will be just as strong due to the profiles I made. I'm very happy with the outcome and the method used here, even though it needs a bit sanding for perfection. So hopefully saving some time here and even getting a more modern expression with a more slick style that will match everything better. It's a little bit difficult sometimes to explain how I think and how I do things, and I just want to point out once again that this is not the way to do it, is how I do it. And I've been thinking how to solve my challenges on the fly here, and one of the things that might not be the first that comes to your mind is how to make things in fiberglass that's gonna sit on top of existing surface without spilling anything, or even yeah, how you're gonna paint under it or close the cells on the honeycomb. So that's why I have a solution for this. And if you see here, I stopped my I stopped the reinforcements because I'm gonna cut here all the way, this for support, and I'm gonna add a new support beam to make sure that it stay the shape. And the reason why I'm gonna cut this out is because I'm gonna make a copy that's more or less finished from the bottom and 10 centimeters up, and then this section is gonna be fiberglassed into the existing. This way I will leave no footprints on the original of the top of or the deck here, and I will be able to paint under and have everything smooth before installing it, so I leave no footprints on the original boat. This slows down the process, of course, and complicates things, and you need to think a little bit. I mean, this is a prototype. I could, if I made everything on the hard, it would be much faster and much easier, but maybe not so precise. I mean, it would at least demand a lot of measure taking and back and forth, so maybe end of the day not so much faster. My main challenge is actually, this is my workshop. As you see, my workshop is not that big. So now I'm gonna start on the reinforcement here and prepare to cut out the space for the window, and then finalize this, so everything from the outside will be ready to paint pretty soon. This have for sure taken a long time, and even longer time than I expected. But after receiving a message from one of my patrons with photos and actually the cost of the option for Hardtop on Bavaria, I feel every hour I spend on this is so worth it. I'm gonna share this with you.
I knew it would be expensive, but even I am a bit surprised here. The Hardtop alone is priced in at 37,961 euros, and the spray hood 5,355 euros, meaning the total cost lands at 43,316 euros. And if you want side drops, you can add 4,700 euros on top of this.
I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, I will be very happy to see you subscribe. I also have a Patreon page if you want to support me there as well. Thank you so much, and see you later.
And as normal, a big thank you to my amazing sponsors and patrons making this adventure possible.